Mixers, and welcome to the MemoryMixer Design Studio. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you a few shortcuts to creating a calendar from scratch. They make the perfect gift, and it's quick and easy to do. We are going to start with a calendar template. You can get them at MemoryMixer.com, and they're only $1, but boy do they save a lot of time. Let's see, calendar 2012 calendar template. Now I have the portrait and the square loaded here. We're going to go ahead and use the square. We'll just continue. Calendar for Grandma. Okay, our calendar template is loaded here and ready to go. The first page you'll notice is blank, and that is for your cover. But what I find easiest is I go ahead and design my whole calendar, and then I'll come back and finish up with the cover. Then I have a feel for what the calendar looks like, and I'll be able to design my cover more appropriately. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and click now on page 2. Now if you remember, when you're doing a square calendar, there are 2 pages per month. You have an upper page and a lower page. Typically the lower page is the page with the calendar grid and dates. So this here is our layout page now. Using the template is the first shortcut. That saves a lot of time. The second shortcut is using a quick mix page to bring in, or pages you've made from other albums. So you come up here to insert. I'm going to add more quick mix pages. And I'm going to come down here, and I'm actually going to use a Christmas Joy, one of the Christmas Joy cards. And you can see here, this one here really is more of a winter scene, not necessarily just Christmas. If you push Customize Page Arrangement, you can see what all of the pages look like. This is warning me saying this isn't made for a square, but you can always adjust it later, so that's okay. And I can see here the others really look more Christmassy, so I'm going to go ahead and drag this one down. And by selecting just this one, that is the only page that will be added to my album. So I'll say continue and finish. And now when you add a page, a quick mix page, or a page from another album, they typically come to the very back. I'm just going to come in down, grab it with my mouse, holding my left mouse button down, and I'm just going to drag it until I get to the front. Now I know page 1 is for my covers here, and now I can just adjust this however I want. I can make the photo box bigger. Really just moving the snowman makes it a cute layout, and I don't know how much fussing you need to do, but now the next page is the original or the template upper page, so I am just going to right click on the thumbnail and delete that page because we don't need that one anymore. And the next page will be my calendar grid. So here that is. Now there are several ways that you can make your pages coordinate. If you have the paper pack that matches that quick mix, you could go to that, grab a background, drop it in. But I'm going to just go back to the first page we did, and I'm going to duplicate it. And now I'm just going to make a few changes because I know I'm not going to want the photo box, and I don't want the stitching, and I don't think I'll have this little snow let it snow embellishment either. I'm not sure about the snowflake or the snowman, so we'll just let those stay for now. And I will go over to my calendar grid page. And now I'm just going to drag my mouse, holding the left button down, so I will select all of the images at once. And now I'm going to copy that using our shortcut up here. So copy. And now I'm going to go back to my page that I had duplicated, and I'm going to paste. Now there are 2 buttons or shortcuts for pasting. This one will offset it a little bit, or this one will place it in the same place, which makes it really easy to keep a consistent placement throughout an album. And so I'm going to paste it in place. So now you can see I've got my calendar, my grid, my dates, but it's looking a little bit hard to read. So one way that we can fix that would be to add a shape. I'll just come to my shape drawer, add a shape, and I'm going to go square and a rectangle, and I'm just going to position it and then resize it. And I'm going to come down a little bit long, so there's a little section for notes here, and you can delete that as well. I'm going to change it to white, and now I'm going to use my shortcut and send it to the back. And that will send it all the way down, but it will not go below our background. So here I've got it here. And now I come to the snowflake. I can use that same shortcut and bring it to the front. And so now I can reposition my snowflake, resize it how I might want. And the snowman, I can do the same thing. Bring him to the front. Now, I don't know if I want to keep him on there since he was on the first date, or maybe I might just make him smaller and bring him over here to the side of the calendar. But then I'm also going to come down here. There are not any days in January along this bottom row here, so I'm just going to resize the snowflake. I'm going to copy and paste it just a couple of times there, and I'm just going to scatter them along the bottom and resize them. So it kind of creates a nice little cluster here. Add one more snowflake there. Maybe we'll make this one just a little smaller. So you can see how easy it is really to personalize a page and then create the calendar page to go with it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do one more month here and just show you a few more ideas. So the next month, or the next page here, is January. We have copied and pasted our dates off, so I'm going to right click on that and delete that page. Yes, I'm sure I want to delete. And it brings me to my next page will be the blank page for February. And again, I'm going to insert, add more quick mix pages, and then I'm going to come down here to Love Struck. Now this one, I am not sure which one I want to use. I like this one and I liked this one. Actually, they're all cute, but I'm going to decide between these two, so I'm going to go ahead and add both of those. Then I just get a little closer look and decide which I want to do. And remember, it does get added to the end of your album. And so I'm just going to go down here and look quick and see which one I think I might want. I think we're going to go for this one, so I'm going to drag it to the front. And I can see here's my January, my calendar. It'll fall right after my calendar grids. And then while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to come back here and delete this other page that I didn't want to use, because I don't want to accidentally leave that on the end of my calendar. Okay, we're going to come back up here. And now I really like how this page is just the way it is, so I will just add a photo and move on. And I don't think I'm going to duplicate this page. I'm going to go ahead and delete the template page first. And now my calendar grid for February is here. And this time I'm going to just go up and grab a background. I'm going to go into my paper. It's in my paper packs. This one happens to be Love Struck. And there's several different patterns that come with this one. And I'm just going to pick confetti, say OK. And that will be my background. Now it is below everything, but you can see that is awfully busy. So now another shortcut. I'm going to come back to my page I'd made in January. I'm going to select this shape that we added. I'm going to copy it. Now I'm going to come to February. I'm going to paste it in place. And now I'm going to come here and I'm going to send it to back. And you see, we've saved a step. Just copy and paste in place. Okay, and now just to add a few little embellishments, I'm going to come back to the page, the quick mix page we had added. And so I'm going to grab the heart, and then while I'm holding my shift key down, I can grab the rose and this little daisy as well. And I'm going to copy all of those at once. I'm going to come now to my calendar grid page, and I'm going to paste them. And now I can use those as individual elements. I'm going to bring this little rose over here, and I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. And I want to send it back a few layers as well. And I'm going to move the little notes. I can just select that text box. Now that font you can change as well as the month fonts. Those are all text box, so you can use any font in your computer. And then maybe I'll just resize this little daisy, bring it over here by it as well. And then I'm going to resize the heart and stick it on February 14th. So you can see how easy it is to personalize and create calendars from scratch using our templates. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.